Galactic Rising, everybody. My name is Universe and I am your source for today's video. So in this video, this is part 2 of the science of isolation and the time chambers. So I've been looking into, I guess you could say, I wouldn't say a theory, but I've been looking into different aspects. I don't deeply studied this time chamber and the science and the power and the alchemy of isolation. And it's real interesting because usually what I do when I study different subjects, I study the people that have, I guess you could say, mastered these different points of sciences, alchemy, etc., etc. Like, I like to study it and also study the people that use it in real world, situations. So, I mean, you get to start off with something simple and, mundane, as if, how, let's say, if someone that you haven't seen since, like, school or whatnot, whether it's middle school, elementary, high school, college, or whatever, or it don't even have to be that long. It could have been someone that you ain't seen in 5-6 years, and so much changed about them. You know what I'm saying? You be like, dang, man, have y'all seen Darius? Darius, man, he done lost weight. Bro done start working at such and such, such and such. He got a good job. He started his own business. You know what I'm saying? He done grew his hair out. Bro just looked different. Like, it seemed like he just transformed. You know what I'm saying? So, what we have to understand is that is a small but real, form of time jumping, time manipulation. Like, even with myself, there's been plenty of situations where it's people that I was close with, that I went to school with, and I might not seen them in, let's say, about 10 years. And I'm like, damn, it literally seems like they just trapped in time. Like, how you see those people that look like they still stuck in the 90s or the 80s, or they look like they still stuck in the early 2000s, or some people that just still doing the same thing that, y'all was doing, y'all was in high school. So that kind of, occurs me to start studying, quantum jumps, quantum leaping, stuff like that. Because when we think of stuff like that, we just thinking of it from, like, what they tell you, like, in the movies, oh, he jumped from 2025 to the 14th century. It don't have to be that extreme. You know what I'm saying? That's why everything is frequency waves. Sometimes you can be stuck in that frequency wave of that time era, and that could stunt your growth. And you can see it in a lot of people. The people that's destined to be more than just average in life, the people that's studying themselves and studying the ones that came before them, they understand exactly what I'm saying. You have some people, man, they just can't get right. Some people, they just don't adapt with the times, just like you might have some people, they might be about 60 and they always stayed at their parents' house. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like, the stuff that a lot of people might think that's normal, a lot of people really struggle with that. Or they never think, oh, this is being part of a functioning adult or a citizen of society. They don't look at it that way. But you understand that you got to continuously grow. You got to continuously, manifest and steadfast at whatever you want out of life. And some people, they just don't understand it. Some people literally stop mentally growing at 17, 18, 19. I'm so serious. It could be a situation where you trying to tell someone 1,000,000% facts, and they still don't, and they would genuinely not understand what you're saying. They still will go against what you're saying. You understand what I'm saying? And it's not even trying to be argumentative or disagreeable, but some people, mind capacities, it doesn't grow You know what I'm saying? But so tall, so fast. So that's what, got me studying, what I'm saying, these different time zones. That's why I do truly believe that different parts of the world, some people call it chakra systems, I do believe that different parts of the world have different, energy and time grids and stuff like that. Like they talk about the Bermuda Triangle, stuff like that, or like that TV show Lost, stuff like that. I do seriously believe stuff like that is very possible. They talk about different things like that in the Doctor Strange, when they start breaking down, bits and pieces of the science of the multiverses and stuff like that, different realities and realms, so they putting it in your face without verbatimly just telling you, but they actually verbatimly telling you, but it's through symbolism. So you got to understand the language. So me learning, studying, and going through and building my own, mental and spiritual, time chambers and stuff like that for myself, it has showed me that I could tap into that. I just got to learn the language, it teaches you the language of, symbolism. It teaches you the language of, energy, magnetism, what I'm saying? Gravitation, gravitational pull, because now you start to understand people are trapped in their frequency waves. So it helps you look at it from a standpoint like, oh, this is just not, a messed up individual, but this person is stuck in the energy wave. This person don't have the know-how. They don't got the how-to upgrade themselves to a higher frequency form, to evolve. You understand what I'm saying? That's how you gotta start scoping people now. It's not just always about, someone do something or say something that you don't like. Now it's personal. It's not always just that simple. Because you got some people that genuinely don't know that, they falling short. They just think, they just going on with life, just like sheep. Because, obviously that's all that they've been exposed to. So that's all that they know. So you have to start building your own time chambers. You have to. That's the only way you will be amongst the highest of your peers. Start building these time chambers. Start isolating yourself. Every time I cut off the world, family, friends, no social media, anything like that, and let's say if I go ghost for 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7, 8 months, a year, and I actually apply the alchemy practices that I study, when I go back around family and friends, they got 1,000,001 questions. Hey man, what spiritual system you in now? Oh, are you still a vegan? Or Or you know what I'm saying? Oh, you got a different car now. You know what I'm saying? What side of time you stay on now? Like, because they know that I keep flowing like water. They understand that I'm in a continuous state of evolution, even though if they don't really perceive it that way, if they not processing what I'm doing in that actual way, but they know every time they see me, there's going to be something new going on with me. I done upgraded somewhere in my life, whether if it's big or whether if it's small, or whether if I'm just, looking on to be bigger and better. They know I'm never content. There's always something going on. There's always I could do better, or I'm looking for better. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like now, once you start mastering that ghosting, people there are looking forward to sitting down, interviewing you, asking you 1,000,001 questions about your life. Because they know every time they do see you, it's something that they could gain from you. You always coming back with some type of knowledge, some type of experience that could help them along with their journey. So time chambers, the science of isolation is something that you must go through. You know, if you want to be, you know, that's just like going through, you know, the science of, you know what I'm saying, knighthood, you know, becoming a king, you know, for the women, becoming a queen, an empress. Any prominent type of character that you're building yourself up to be. You have to go through time, you know, capsules where you cleanse yourself of everyone's energies, their thoughts, their ways. You have to cleanse yourself. It's not just about cleansing your, you know what I'm saying, your mental or your physical body. You know, like, you know, with the drinking, the smoking, or whatever you might do, whatever the case might be. You got to cleanse yourself of people so you can have pure thoughts of your own true self. You know, some days, man, I just want to sit in silence. Some days I go 2-3 days without listening to music. You know what I'm saying? Some days I don't want to talk on the phone. Some days I don't want to be bothered. You know, so you have to include that into your process of transforming. You have to. It's going to help you out so much more. You know what I'm saying? In your isolation. It helps you become one with the universe. You know, because now all your plans and your thoughts that you trying to build and put together, you don't have 1,000,001 different people trying to pull you every other direction, but except the one that you plan to take yourself. You know how that go. You be so excited to tell somebody about a new idea, something that you got going on, and of course they always, you know, at least from their perspective, think that they have a better one. Oh, why don't you do this then, bro? Have you thought about doing this? And he like, no, I want to, you know, take this route. But of course, there's always other people that always got like, nah, man, if I was you, I'd do this. You know what I'm saying? You know how that go, though. You know, so it's best to keep that stuff to yourself anyway. Because 9 times out of 10, the people that we trying to tell about, you know, what we want to do and stuff like that, they don't even have their shit together. They don't have the discipline to change their own life and circumstances. So we got to start using these time capsules and start building time chambers. Literally, let's say if it's February the 1st, January, February, March, April. Let's just say, you know what, let me lock myself in a 3-month time capsule, in a time chamber. Let's do this isolation thing. Let's do 90 days. And just work on yourself. Just read. Just take those 90 days to educate yourself. That 90 days create a healthy, you know, hobby for yourself. Well, if it's you want to go to the gym and you just want to walk for 30-45 minutes on the treadmill, you know what I'm saying, 3-4 days a week. It don't have to be done extreme. You ain't got to be bitching 200-300 pounds and full body workouts and all that. It's not about that. You know, it's about using the science of isolation in the time chambers to better yourself, making the best out of your time. You know, this is what's going to turn you to a timeless master. See, the ancients, they understood this, becoming timeless masters. Even though, you know, technically time, you know, is a figment of your imagination, but for the sake of this conversation, having that type of mindset, looking at time as a tool. You got to look at time as a tool. A lot of people don't. This right here is what separates the regular mortal men and women and followers, the average people, from the kings, the queens, the gods, the goddesses, and the deities. You know, the demigods and stuff like that. The world leaders. This thought process right here that I'm speaking, this is what's going to determine, oh, if you only loved and missed by the people in your family, or if you was a world shifter. You shaped the world before you left. They got a statue of you somewhere, or they got quotes that you used to use. You did something, you know what I'm saying, to impact a whole globe or a whole, or your country, So use time as a tool. That's what time is. It is a tool. Do you understand? Time is here to work for you. Literally, every day we wake up, time is whispering, what can I do to serve you? That's what you need to understand. Nothing should be in your life if it's not serving you. But at the same time, you got to understand and notice that, okay, I'm the master of my own universe. How can I use any and everything to serve my purpose while I'm here? How can I maximize my growth potential while I'm here? What do I need to be working on? So, this is part 2 of the science of isolation in a time chamber. Like I say, remember, time is a tool. Don't forget that. All right, peace.